I would like to hear an array of different opinions on what happened last night in the Maple Leafs game. That's what I want to do right off of the bat in this video. I was listening to the radio all day, and there were some people that would say, hey, listen, it was dirty what Sam Bennett did. And then there was a lot of people that would say, nah, I mean, he was just going hard to the net and he really just didn't even hit him that hard. I don't know how to feel about this because Sam Bennett has a history of this. So there's a certain thing called benefit of the doubt. We've had players throughout history, that they just don't get the benefit of the doubt. I mean, look at that Ekblad hit. Sam Bennett, that was a pretty questionable. I think that he knew what he was doing there. I don't think that he tried to injure Stolarz that much, but we'll get into that. Now, in my opinion, the Maple Leafs played the most complete first period of the entire season. Actually, not even I'm going to say in a couple of years. I have not seen the Leafs play like that in the playoffs in a long time. That was the best first round period I have seen them play ever. Craig Berube seems to be having this team playing a lot more composed, a lot more professional, playing what actual playoff hockey is, right? Playoff hockey is gritty, but you have to stay composed. It's one of the hardest things to do because the Florida Panthers are going to try to drag the Maple Leafs into a gritty, essentially the way Marchand likes to play, and that's the exact opposite of what you want to do. You do not want to do that, because once they do that, they have you. You want to play whistle to whistle, you want to play gritty, and that's it. William Nylander deserves a ton of respect. He was absolutely fantastic for the Toronto Maple Leafs. That first goal, when he went backhand to forehand top cheese after Ekman Larsson got it on the pads. By the way, Ekman Larsson was such a smart play. I was screaming. I was like, dude, you're not going to make the pass. Just get it on the pads. Just get it on the pads. We don't look for plays like that nearly enough, where it's not necessarily a pass, but it's a pass off of the goalie's pads. That was an excellent play by Ekman Larsson coming into the zone. The Maple Leafs now are up 1-0. And listen, I hope that I'm wrong. I picked the Florida Panthers in 6. I am sitting here saying I hope that I'm wrong. Now, to be fair to the Panthers, Anthony Stolarz did get a shot from, I believe, Reinhart, and it bounced off his mask, and the mask actually fell off itself. So, I think that they're designed to fall off like that, though, right? When the strap comes off, it gets hit pretty hard. I'm pretty sure that they're designed that way. And obviously, we're never really going to know what exactly made him, feel that sick. Then he got hit again by Bennett. Now, from that point, we had a really scary situation on the bench when you have a player that is literally getting sick on the bench. Like that's really quite concerning. And you look at it like that is a symptom of a concussion, and it's a symptom of a concussion that is actually a really bad one, right? Now, according to Craig Berube, he has not been actually diagnosed with a concussion from what I'm seeing yet. But I think the Maple Leafs would be really silly to play Anthony Stolarz. I don't think that they absolutely have to play them. Just leave him out. The whole point of this season is that you have two good quality NHL goalies. I'm not saying that Joseph Woll looked fantastic, but we should look over Joseph Woll's numbers in his playoff career. He has a short playoff stats, but he's generally actually been very good. And I'm pretty sure he's generally been pretty good against the Florida Panthers as well in his career. So this is a guy that a lot of people are groaning that they have to turn to. And I'm like, guys, this was the whole point. We weren't going to be able to only start one of these guys. It's the playoffs. Teams are desperate. They know the Leafs have good goalies. They're going to be going directly for Anthony Stolarz. And honestly, man, it's going to be tough watching Joseph Woll in net. Not by a talent-wise, he's talented, but the Florida Panthers are now going to be going for Joseph Woll. I'm straight up, I think the Panthers are a dirty team. I think that they are a dirty team. They love playing in the mud, and this is just how it is. You're going to have to stay composed. They're going to play dirty. They're going to play nasty. They're going to do whatever they have to do, and they're not going to get suspended for it, of course, no matter what they do. I was honestly shocked that even Ekblad got suspended, in my opinion, right? Like, I didn't think that was going to happen. Because think about it, guys. When they panned over to Dennis Hildeby on the bench, I was like, guys, we're one hit away from seeing Dennis Hildeby stumbling in the playoffs. I have not been a big fan of Hildeby. I would rather see Akhtiamov in net. I know he doesn't have any NHL experience. I don't really know if they could bring Murray up. I'm not really sure about that. But I mean, again, their third string options in the Maple Leafs are just simply not that good, right? So let's just really hope Stolarz comes back. And I think that eventually he will, but I think he at least needs probably a week or maybe even 2 off to get his head straight. I honestly think it's kind of weird that Berube didn't say he's probably not going to be out. Now, he's not a doctor, so he probably doesn't want to say something that he doesn't know for sure. Now, it did get a little bit squirrely at the end of the game. The Leafs won 5-4, and honestly, for the most part, they were boxing out the Florida Panthers very well. They played structured defensive style. They jumped on the Florida Panthers' mistakes, and they were really, really good at exposing that. I will admit that Joseph Woll did not look that great, but this is a guy that played 42 games for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Like, he played a lot of games. He proved that he could be healthy for the Leafs. He has a .909 save percentage and about a 2.7 goals against average. That is above league average. Let's remember that, guys. He is an above league average. I'm not going to say starting superstar goalie, but he solidified himself to me. I had a lot of questions about Joseph Woll, and he's proven me wrong personally. So I am going to leave this video here. I'm really excited to see what happens in Game 2. You guys can make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that, guys, and make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.